And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment.
Kawhi Leonard.
It's an NBA afternoon game here on this Thursday. And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Los Angeles Clippers here at the Staples Center. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, the Clippers, for now at least, are still tenants at the Staples Center. But former team superstar and analyst for the Hawks, Dominique Wilkins, who used to play for the Clippers at the end of his career, said the atmosphere at their games now matches that of the Lakers, adding, "This excitement for two teams in the same city, I don't know when that's happened in basketball. It's pretty amazing." Guys?
There's been a transformation here in L.A. There is no doubt about that. DA, thank you. The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. You take a look at the Clippers. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Alfred Payton is out there with Rivers, and it's Robinson in at center. And for Los Angeles, Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Williams at the one spot. Now here is Robinson. He kicks it to Barrett. Shoots over Leonard. Kept alive. Here's Robinson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, this is where Mitchell Robinson can make his impact on the offensive end. Get the putback with that verticality.
George against Randall. Right side George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Williams outside. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's Robinson.
I love to see Serge Ibaka when he's locked in on the defensive end. Boy, he'll make you think twice as an offensive player.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college, but boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after and he kept working.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
For New York, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Williams against Payton. Lobbed up there for Robinson. It's stolen by Ibaka. Pass to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Lou Williams is the all-time leader in points off the bench, but don't sleep on his passing game. What an assist.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Payton against Williams.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
The offensive rebound, and the shot goes in. Leonard's got 6.
Well, an all-star willing to do all kinds of dirty work on the offensive end. Kawhi mixing it up.
Payton dishes to Randall. Payton looking around. And the rejection by Ibaka. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. Count the basket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And this game will be half of the contest they'll play against each other this year.
It's an interesting matchup. 2 teams that don't know each other all that well. Separate conferences. We'll see which one can dictate the pace early.
Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Clippers in second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Robinson kicks to Barrett. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. On the clock, there's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
George against Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. They could use a bucket. Lays it up and banks it in.
What a sequence from Austin Rivers. That ball on the string, what a pretty dribble drive.
Here is Williams. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
That shot off. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Barrett. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Here's George. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Payton passes to Rivers. Pass to Robinson. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here's Leonard. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The 3 ball, too critical in today's NBA.
A moment now to see the numbers for Lou Williams. Averaging about 16 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Now, here is George. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Zubac's no good.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Just an incredible month of basketball. 12th in steals, 13th in free throw percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Free throw good, Burks. And the Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. And Burks hits 2 free throws.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Jackson against Burks. Jackson misses.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Barrett. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Clippers leading by 5. Outside, George. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And playing alongside Zion Williamson at Duke makes it hard to stand out with your athleticism, but make no mistake about it, R.J. Barrett is a big-time athlete.
And Greg, I think maybe as impressive as what he brings from a physical standpoint is his commitment to put in the work, his understanding of what's required to be successful at the NBA. This guy has not only the physical tools, but the mental makeup and the work habits to be great.
And that one falls for Barrett.
R.J. Barrett, still such a young talent in the NBA, but this is something this young man has dreamed about for as long as he can remember. He has the work habits and the commitment to be great.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. So he gets them both. Clippers leading by 3. Now, here's Beverly. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis. Outside Jackson, pulls from the top of the key, and good that time.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Now, here's Burks. He's coming off a 19-point game against Phoenix. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Alec Burks continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a 2-guard.
And Burks hits 2 free throws. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Here's Zubac. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Knicks trail by 6. Barrett the pass to Toppin. Barrett against Kennard. Barrett, no good. Here's Kennard. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Beverly the pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Zubac trying to break loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. Well, let's take this chance now to bring up the rookies at the head of their class in steals this past month. 5th best, Obi Toppin.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
Barrett against Kennard. Jackson has the open look. The three-pointer, no good.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now, here's Burks. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Stolen by Zubac. Kennard against Barrett. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Rivers. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. Here's Burks. New York, no good that time either. Clippers leading by 8. Barrett against Kennard. For 3. Here's Zubac. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
To the inside. Here's Toppin. It's blocked. Beverly against Rivers.
Let's take a look at Alec Burks' numbers. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's around 14 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
The Clippers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And we know Patrick Beverly is one of those guys, you love having him on your team. But if you're an opponent, you absolutely despise this guy's toughness and the way he embraces the defensive end of the floor. Patrick Beverly has dug it out of the dirt and created a great career.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Nerlens Noel, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Rivers. Knicks trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Gibson kicks to Payton. And nothing is falling for him right now.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. The dish to Barrett. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubats has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Now here's Beverly. 6 to shoot. Back to Kennard. Over Barrett. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Los Angeles on top, up by 12. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, and it's fun and it's light. Fans deserve it on both sides. It's good old-fashioned basketball. It's all a part of the game. We're both trying to win, and that's what people want to see. Hard-nosed, edgy basketball.
Well, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And New York, looking at who they've got. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Alec Burks is out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Gibson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Burks. There's the pass to Payton. Gibson looking it over to the paint. Here's Burks. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Boy, remarkable watching Alec Burks power through the defense.
Kennard with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Down low. It's tipped. Zubats. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. A different look for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Luke Kennard. Paul George comes in for Reggie Jackson. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And New York with a change here, too. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. And good on the second, so he makes them both. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Leonard against Barrett. Lets it go from 11, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to Memphis.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
Now, here's Zubats. Here's Ibaka, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Ibaka's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Passes it to Burks. Back to Payton. That one drops for him.
Well, just big-time athleticism. When Elfrid Payton is driving with a purpose, he is determined to score.
George looking around. From the high post, misses off the left iron. Knicks trail by 12. To the middle, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
And George kicks to Leonard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
We are talking about a solid 230 pounds. Kawhi Leonard's strength and his frame allows him to get shots off under duress.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Patterson's checked
Mind
in.
the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Here is Ibaka, following the basket by Julius Randle. Pass to George. Takes the three. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Here's Randle. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Here's George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Noel's checked in for the Knicks. Austin Rivers comes in for Alec Burks. So Tom Thibodeau has got to have a timeout right now.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the three ball.
Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. The Clippers third.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Randall passes to Noel. Just 5 on the clock. That cuts the lead to single digits.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
Inside, here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Rivers. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Payton. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
To me, if I'm Elfrid Payton, I want to capitalize from right here. Do your work in the mid-range.
Here's George, and he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 11.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Rivers. Paul George making his last shot.
That's what you call using your agility to perfection. Nerlens Noel, a threat in the pick and roll.
Williams finds George. Leonard against Randall. Leonard the pass to Patterson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Patterson's got his second bucket.
Well, I think this is where they'd like to see Patrick Patterson be effective, get his points in tight, make nice, efficient moves to the rim.
Payton outside. And Payton throws it down hard.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Paul George at the line for two.
Shooting two.
Free throw good, Paul George.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
For the Clippers, Batum comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Williams. Then for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. And it's Toppin in for Julius Randle. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Well, Paul George, smack dab in the middle of the prime of his career, and maybe underestimated is his drive to win.
Now here's Rivers to the middle. Here's Noel, and Noel throws it down.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Batum finds George. To the paint, he's looking for Leonard and finds him. Count that one. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Ball's knocked loose. Payton outside. Down low. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
For New York, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for George.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
Now, here's Kennard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Good on the shot. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Payton, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
One thing we know about Elfrid Payton, this guy has got supreme confidence. He will force the issue if he's this close to the cup.
The Knicks have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And the first one drops.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
That one is no good. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Kennard. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Back to Payton. Gibson passes to Rivers. New York moving the ball around. Pass to Gibson. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Boy, Taj Gibson unafraid in the face of contact. How tough is this guy?
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. To the inside, Batum. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Timeout.
New York calls timeout. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. The Knicks also changing it up. R.J. Barrett's checked in for Nerlens Noel, and it's Burks in for Payton. 1:10 left to play here in the second quarter. For 3, Barrett. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
I'll tell you, they're trying to cut into this lead, but he has not hit one this period.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. The pass to Kennard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Knicks trail by 14. Outside Gibson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
So here's Burks. He has 6. Kicks it to Barrett from deep.
He's missed everything he's taken in this quarter, and it's making it very difficult for them to come back.
And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Rivers. They can't stop the run with that one. Clippers leading by 16. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Just 3 on the clock. With the clock running down, sends it home! What a shot!
You want drama? We've got drama. That's the way to end a quarter.
That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Clippers lead by 18. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George inviting historic comparisons. Shaq, for your money, are they as good as any duo in the league?
Without question, Ernie Cornelius Johnson. Two players who are both MVP caliber. Yes.
I didn't know your middle name was Cornelius.
Neither did I. Okay. I don't think it is.
Okay. But for Shaq's money, most importantly, this would be a big step. But, they're a huge factor. I'll say that. But Cornelius, I did not know. Okay.
ECJ, baby.
It's not Cornelius. ECJ.
I guess it is now.
He's the conference jersey. Cornelius.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Paul George is out there with Williams. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, a convincing finish by Patrick Patterson, giving us a demonstration of the kind of power he has at his disposal.
And it's in there. Peyton's got 9.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here is Williams. Following the basket by Elfrid Payton. And here's Leonard from 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 4th assist in this one. Passes to Barrett. Payton against George. Randall down low. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
Well, this is where the tremendous motor that Randall plays with helps him get rebounds.
And here's George for 3. That one doesn't drop. And New York the other way now. Now Barrett. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Bounce pass from Williams. Pass to George. From downtown, the Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Dishes it to Payton. Randall surveying the D. Barrett the pass to Robinson. 5 to shoot. Here's Rivers. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers leading by 17. On the wing, George. He gets that one. 8 points for him.
There's a toughness in the attitude of Paul George. Perfectly fends off the D on his way to the rack.
Leonard against Barrett, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
clearly a foul.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Barrett. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Boy, when Patrick Patterson doesn't shy away from contact, he is so effective. This guy's solid at the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And the first one at the line is good.
I remember when Patrick Patterson was coming out of high school. Major recruiting battle. Every school seemed to want this guy. Duke, Florida, you name it. But the Kentucky Wildcats win again.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Barrett. The shot comes out, so the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Williams in the corner, George with it. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Here's Payton. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Barrett, the pass to Rivers. Over to the wing. Here's Randall. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
For New York, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Randall.
It's very hard to envision a tougher start to a young man's career. Think back, Julius Randle broke his leg in his first NBA game. But to his great credit, he wasted no time getting healthy and becoming productive.
Burks, he's checked in for Elfrid Payton. No good on the second free throw.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
It's good. Leonard's got 16.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
Rivers against Williams. Knocked away. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Like my girl better lose it. I feel like I'm underrated like the last person little Uzi. All the data and the analytics couldn't track the flip. When I'm in the depths, when I got, I could have been a folk. Never under hammer, was like my pulling up like my name was Christoph when I lift off.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Noel's checked in. George against Burks. And George able to finish. He's got 13.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Rivers passes to Barrett. Floats one up. And the rejection by Zubac. Leonard inside. Barrett covering.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. Down low, here's Noel. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's George, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
Now, you have got to give Paul George so much respect. He's just amazing at drawing contact when he's shooting.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And he makes the first. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Toppin, he's checked in for Robinson. He's perfect from the line this time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
For New York, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. And there's the pass to Toppin. To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on George.
This is who R.J. Barrett is. Fearless scorer, wants to draw contact and get himself to the line.
For New York, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Barrett. And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Leonard kicks to Beverley. And here is Zubac. 11 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Leonard. From deep. They get the rebound. And the dunk by Zubac.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Here's Jackson after Alec Burks' score. There's the lob to the hoop, and the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
The Knicks have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Toppin. Pass to Burks. New York needs to get off a shot, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. LA's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Beverly finds Kennard. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-handed.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Burks. He's got 8. Gibson the bounce pass. Burks against Batum. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
You give Alec Burks a little daylight, this guy is ready to fire.
Beverly dishes to Jackson. Burks with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Noel down low, working on Zubac. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. And New York making a change here. Smith has checked in. Here's Burks. He can't get that one to fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Now, here's Kennard. 7 points in the game. Great D that time from Gibson.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Smith the pass to Gibson. And the basket is good. Gibson's got his second basket.
If Taj Gibson gets around the rack, you understand this guy is going to make an opportunity.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Here's Gibson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And now the Knicks on the break. Burks can't get it to go. Burks against Beverly. And the pass to Kennard. Now Jackson. Let's go. Here's Batum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Batum's got 8.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Burks. A different look for New York. Knox, he's checked in for Noel. And it's Peyton in for Dennis Smith. And he makes both free throws. 51 seconds left to play in the third. Beverly with the ball. Pass to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot. 10 points for him.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Burks against Jackson. Pass to Knox. Payton outside. Clock at 6. Over Beverly. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
Payton outside. And that one released in time, but no good.
Wow, Patrick Beverly just so willing to close that airspace and put a good contest on.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. Back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Knox and Randall, they're the forwards. Elfrid Payton is out there with Ntilikina, and it's Gibson in at the 5 roaming the paint. Payton's shot is off. And Los Angeles guys shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. Pass to Randall. Here's Knox. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Payton.
One shot.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
And a fast break now for the Knicks. Rivers has got the ball. And the Knicks miss again. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Now, here's Batum. Shot clock at 5. Kabengele passes to Batum. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randall left side. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Batum scanning the floor. Now the pass to Kabengele. The 11-footer. Good work there as it goes. Kelly's got his first points of the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Ntilikina. Kennard covering. That's tipped. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Rivers. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. Stolen. And here's the fast break. Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now, here is Robinson, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. And the Knicks making a change here. Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Oturu. Here's Batum. Robinson with the block.
Well, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
And there's the feed to Randle. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Knicks ball.
Puts it up off the inbound. Good on the bucket.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now, here's Kennard. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Mann following the score by New York. Passes it to Oturu. Over Robinson. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Ntilikina passes to Randle. Count that bucket.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Pass to Kennard. Some solid defense from Robinson. Pass to Knox. Here's Randle. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Mann. The pass to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Batum. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out to the right wing. Ntilikina tips it, and Robinson is right there.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here's Oturu. Now Kennard passes it to Batum. Trying to end the drought. Misses off the right iron. The Knicks shooting around 41% on the night. Here's Ntilikina. Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now can exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deal. And they're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning.
And he can't get the first one. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Good on the second free throw.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Man passes to Oturu. Pass to Kennard. Can they get it? Rob. Ntilikina looking it over. Pass to Knox. To the paint. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
that's
tournament
a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Here's Beverly. And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
Clippers leading by 22. The pass to Oturu. He kicks it to Batum. And here's Beverly. 5 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Knicks shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Williams against Payton. Lobbed up there for Robinson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
You've got to have a great sense of timing on the alley-oop pass. Fantastic finish by Mitchell Robinson.
From deep, George. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. And George, here we go. 2 points. That one goes.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Now here's Payton. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, that's really good strength on that finish by Elfrid Payton. Nice job to embrace the contact.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Williams finds George. Inside, and Ibaka slams it in.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Now here's Payton. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, you all turned it on down the stretch, so what was the difference?
You started to play defense and execute on the offensive end, and we finally started to knock down shots.
Well, that led to a win, man, and I appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.